Hi, I'm Ken Saul. I'm the General Manager of Ultra Pure Oils, and I'm here in this video to show you how to care for your new plastic trumpet. It's either called a Tromba or it could be called the Allora as sold in the USA. When they ship you the instrument, they send a set of brushes. I'll show you how to use the brushes and how to break in these valves, how to oil the valves, and grease the slides. It's pretty simple, and you can do it in your home bathroom or in a kitchen sink. Fill your sink with some warm soapy water. Use some dishwashing liquid, and not hot water, just warm. Okay, now you've got the soapy water in the sink. What you're going to do is take the slides out first. So just pull out the 4 slides. They're all removable. Put them in the water. Okay. The valve caps come off with a small twist. These can also go in the water. And the valves, same thing. They can be a little tight. Now go ahead and put the instrument in. You can add some more water to cover it. First I'll use the long flexible brush called a snake and run it through all the tubing. Just run it all the way through. Everywhere it can go. If it won't go around the bends, that's okay, don't force it. Just clean as much as you can. Okay. Now you want to clean these valve casings with the straight brush. The tapered brush is for the mouthpiece. So get some soapy water on the brush and scrub it out. You can use even extra soap because this is the dirtier part of the horn. It's in the valve casings and the valves, especially when they're new. So get it nice and sudsy, soapy. I'm going to take this over to my bathtub and rinse it out with plenty of clean water. I find it's easier in the tub than trying to rinse it in the sink. If you have a big sink, like a utility sink, you can just rinse it in the big sink. Alright, now that I've rinsed the instrument, I'm just going to let it dry on a rack here while I finish cleaning the rest of the parts. Let's clean these slides. Again, you can use your flexible brush, the snake, run it through the slides, all the way through. And wipe off any old grease that might be on the slides. You can use a paper towel or tissues. And let's clean the other slide pieces while we're at it. Again, don't force the brush around those curves. It's not flexible enough to go through around the small part of these slides, the tight turns. Alright, so I've cleaned them inside, I've wiped off any old grease. We'll set these aside for just a minute, and they can be rinsed in the sink along with the other parts, the small parts. Now the valves can be cleaned also with the valve brush. You can just scrub the surface like this, up and down. And you can go through these holes, the valve ports, with the smaller tapered brush. Clean it out really well, being careful not to scratch the surface. When the valves are new, they have some kind of polishing compound, lapping compound on them, and you want to remove all of that. It's really best to clean the instrument and oil it before you begin to play it. The only parts that are left are the little valve caps. You can just brush those off. Remove any oils or grime that might have got built up in the caps. Drain the water and rinse out all the parts. Now they also give you a mouthpiece brush with their plastic mouthpieces. You can also use your metal mouthpiece, of course. You can use the brush, just put it in the back of the mouthpiece, like that, and scrub it out. Use plenty of soapy water. And that's all there is for cleaning the mouthpiece. Now it's time for us to dry off the parts and reassemble. Let's start with the main body of the instrument. You can use a soft cloth like my microfiber cloth. This is the ultra pure extra large microfiber cloth. It's great for drying off and wiping your instrument. You can wipe off all the parts. And the valves, also just wipe them down, dry off the felt pieces with your cloth. Now these valves have a number on them, on the valve stem. So you can tell which one is 1, 2, and 3. There's a little molded number in the top of the stem, and that number will face toward the lead pipe. If you like, you can also mark the valves with a sticker, or you can write on it with a pen. I've also used a little engraver to engrave the number, so it's easier for me to see which one is 1, 2, and 3. But they are numbered on the valve stems. Now this rod that came with the instrument is used to wipe the inside of the valve casing. You can thread it through the rod, the cloth that comes with the instrument. Cover the tip. And then you can just put it through like this. This is how you would clean off the inside of the valve casing when you're not completely giving the instrument a bath like we just did, but just between baths. When you're oiling the instrument, especially during the break-in, you want to clean these casings very thoroughly. Okay, the first thing we'll do is put the slides back in. For that you're going to need either the ultra pure tuning slide and cork grease, which is a stick. It's like a lip gloss or a chapstick, and you just rub it on. It's very easy to use. Rub it around the slide, and then insert it into the instrument and twist it around to spread it. You can wipe off any excess with a tissue. Okay, so you can see it's movable like that. It's greased a little bit. The other grease you could use is the ultra pure regular tuning slide lube. It's a soft kind of grease in a jar, and you just take a little dab of it and wipe it on the slide surfaces. While you've got it on your fingers, you might as well do more than one slide. Now this third slide has the finger ring. You can't really get grease on the top of that slide surface very easily. So get the grease on the slides, and then you can just kind of twist it in the instrument a little bit to try to spread it around that area. So this third slide, the top part, if I put it in kind of sideways, I can get a little bit of grease up in that top area. Okay, so those slides are all in now, and that's back together. Next we'll put the valve caps on the bottom. They're not numbered. They're all interchangeable. Okay, and finally you'll want to oil the valves. So arrange your valves so that you have number 1, 2, and 3. You've figured out which ones are which. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. I'll start with number 1. Now, they're recommending to use ultra pure professional valve oil. This is proven to be safe with their plastics. It's very long lasting and doesn't smell or evaporate, so it works wonderful on these instruments. And you can do this over the sink or over a cloth. Just drip some of the oil on. If you see any cloth fibers, just get those away. The valves have to be very clean because they fit tight in the casing. Clean and oiled. Now they have the traditional valve guide of a wide piece of plastic and a narrow. Then inside the valve casing, you'll see the little parts that they fit into are wide or narrow. So turn it in the proper direction and twist the valve cap back on. And you'll see that the number on the valve stem is facing the lead pipe area. You know you got it in right if all those match up. The third valve has the wide and narrow pieces reversed. So in this case, the wide is on the bell side and the narrow is on the lead pipe side. Okay, now that we have the instrument back together, you can blow air through it and make sure as you press the valves that you're getting wind all the way through. It's all working fine. You can find all of these lubricants, the ultra pure valve oil, tuning slide and cork grease, or our regular tuning slide grease, on our website, ultrapureoils.com, or at your music store or where you bought your new plastic trumpet. And so as you're beginning to use this, you'll find that if you clean the valves every day, wipe them off and run a cloth through the casings, and then re-oil them, the valves will get easier and easier. And after a few weeks of cleaning and oiling, you'll find that they work perfectly well. Okay, thanks for watching and enjoy the new trumpet.